for Goods and Services Tax, GST. Sneha's father is fighting with a shopkeeper about a shopping bill. The bill seems to be higher than what it should be, and the shopkeeper has charged GST on loose items as well. Sneha is wondering, what is GST? Amongst teenagers, GST stands for Good Night, Sweet Dreams, Take Care. She asks her father, what is GST? Sneha's father explains. GST stands for Goods and Services Tax. GST is a single tax on the supply of goods and services straight from the manufacturer to the consumer. Earlier in India, tax rates would vary from state to state. There were different taxes like service tax, central sales tax, octroi, excise duty, and value-added tax or VAT. The GST broke the earlier complex structure and created financial integration in India by having one single tax. One nation, one tax. GST is applicable on the supply of goods and services as against the earlier concept of tax on manufacture of goods or on the sale of goods or on the provision of services. GST has benefited the consumers, the manufacturers, and the government. Earlier, the cost of most goods and services were laden with many hidden taxes. But now, there would be complete transparency of taxes paid to the final consumer, as there is only one tax from the manufacturer to the consumer. This would also lead to a drop in prices of various goods, and hence consumers would benefit. Businesses too would benefit, as a uniform tax rate will increase the ease of doing business and reduce transaction costs. Reduction of the transaction costs of doing business would eventually lead to an improved competitiveness for the trade and industry. Since the cost of locally manufactured goods and services would reduce, Indian exports will be more competitive. GST would be easier to administer for the government, as multiple taxes at central and state level are being replaced by GST. GST will also decrease the cost of collection of tax revenues of the government and will therefore lead to greater revenue efficiency. GST is designed in such a way that it would increase tax compliance by traders. Under GST, goods and services are taxed at 5%, 12%, 18%, and 28% rates. Some goods like petroleum products and electricity have been kept out of the purview of GST.